Hey everyone, welcome. This is going to be a general read, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll see what the universe has in store for us today. Alrighty, so Mama Universe, what messages do you have for the general collective today? Ooh, she's eager to get going. Let's see what she's got for us. We have Prosperity Begins, Partnerships and Alliances, Shadow, Deception and Envy, and Sacrifice. I feel like this Shadow card is tied into the Deception and Envy, and I feel like it's tied into the Sacrifice as well. It's shedding light on something. Maybe a truth, somebody else's truth, maybe your truth. Let's keep going here. I got Trapped in Fear, Harmony, Wisdom. I have the chakra, which represents your emotions, desires, and creativity, and balance. I feel like shedding light on these truths. This is part of what's going to bring a balance back into your life. I feel like that's where the wisdom is going to come in as well. So I have the Five of Wands here, and the Five of Wands tends to represent conflict. I feel like we're speaking, at least in part right now, we're speaking of an inner conflict. I feel like it ties into that Trapped in Fear. I feel like it's speaking to a choice. As I have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands represents choosing a path. I feel like it's also tied into the Sacrifice card. Perhaps having to sacrifice something that is no longer working for us to choose a more emotionally rewarding and balanced path here. I have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups represents an emotional victory, and I have the Page of Cups, which speaks to good news on the way. And again, Cups represents emotions. I feel like it's tied into this choice and choosing this path, choosing a more emotionally healthy path for you. I have the Knight of Swords as well. I feel like he speaks to truth. I feel like he speaks to inner truth. I feel like he's tied into that Shadow card and the Wisdom card as well. Okay. And I have the Hermit card here. I feel like the Hermit card is going to play to that Knight of Swords as well. I have the Tower card. The Tower card represents a disappointing ending, and one that's quite sudden. I feel like this is one of the choices that you're wrestling with right now. I feel like it ties in. I feel like it ties into that sacrifice. I have the Two of Swords, which represents having trouble choosing a path, having trouble finding clarity to choose a path. And the Hermit tends to represent introspection and taking time for reflection. And looking at your situation from a different point of view. I feel soul searching. I see the word soul searching. So I feel like this is something you have to give a deep consideration to be able to choose a path. Like I said, it's going to bring that balance and that harmony into your life. I have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands represents triumph over obstacles. To me, the obstacles are these emotions. The obstacles are, it's this choice that you're having to make. I feel like it has to do with a relationship as well, because I got that partnerships and alliances. I feel like this option might be walking away from a relationship with someone. I have the Knight of Wands over here. The Knight of Wands tends to represent moving on, and change, a swift change coming. I feel like this is also the path that you're considering. I feel like it's tied into this ending. It's like you're considering leaving a situation with a person, actually packing your bags and moving somewhere else. I feel like that's part of it here. I have the Temperance card. The Temperance card represents a balance between emotion and logic. I feel like it also ties into the Hermit card and looking at your situation from a different perspective. So being able to maybe step back from some of the emotional side of it, to look at it just from a logical side, looking at the facts, looking at how this situation is making you feel. Is it serving you or is it detrimental? And being able to make your choice, maybe based on that. I feel like within that is where you're going to find your wisdom and your clarity. I have the Six of Pentacles, which represents balance. I feel like it's tied into that Temperance card. And being able to choose a path that will bring you balance. I have the Three of Wands, which represents overcoming challenges while still making forward positive progress. I feel like it's speaking to choosing a path that is more positive for you, moving in a more positive direction, because I feel like where you're at right now, I feel like emotionally speaking, it's not fulfilling. I don't want to use the word damaging. I feel like it's not giving you what you need. It's not healthy. That's what I feel. It's not healthy. I have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords represents a situation which you feel is unfair. Something is taken from you unfairly. I feel like it's tying into this deception and envy. I feel like this is quite a toxic relationship. So I also got the Devil card here, and I feel the Devil card very strongly pulled into this situation as well. And towards this deception and envy card, I feel this person is very jealous. I feel that's what the Seven of Swords is speaking to. They don't like you talking to other people, having friends outside of your relationship with them. They want to keep you isolated on all to themselves. I feel like it's easier that way for them to manipulate and control you, because of their own fears, their own insecurities, their own jealousies. I have the Fool card here. The Fool card speaks of seeing things in a new light. I feel like it's tied in to the Hermit. It's tied into Temperance. It's tied into this soul searching that you need to do to be able to find wisdom. I feel like it's going to give you a completely new view of your situation and allow you to make the choice that you need to make. And I believe that choice is going to take you from stormier times to calmer ones in your life. I believe that you're going to be choosing a path that brings you an emotional calm and an inner peace. I have the Wheel of Fortune card, which represents your fortunes changing for the better. I got it on top of that Knight of Wands. Remember that Knight of Wands represents moving. I feel they're very much linked together. Being able to remove yourself from this situation, that's where your fortunes are going to change. And I have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords represents that this has been going on for a long time. That's what this card tells me. You've been feeling trapped. You've been feeling stuck. These deep emotions that you're having, this fear of leaving. I feel like he's walking on eggshells around this person too. It's like emotional chaos all the time. I feel like it's been trapping you for a very long time. So this change that you're considering making, that you're wrestling with, I feel like this is a long time coming. I have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups represents starting a bright new journey and leaving the past behind. I also have the Ace of Cups, which speaks of new beginnings, and Cups represents emotion. So I feel like it's an emotional beginning to healing and finding happiness. I have the Queen of Pentacles. To me, she represents wealth and success. I feel like this is what choosing a new beginning is going to get you. I'm not just talking about like money, wealth, because I don't feel like we're talking about money in this read. I feel like we're just talking about you, your emotions, your heart, and your soul. And I feel like that is where you're going to find your wealth, by choosing a new beginning. I have the Two of Pentacles, which speaks to balance, and I feel like that is also what you're going to get by choosing a new beginning and being able to walk away from this toxic person. I have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles to me speaks of holding back. And I feel like it's tied into this person, this deception and envy person. This person is holding you back from success and happiness in your life. I have the Eight of Pentacles, which speaks of learning. I feel like he is tied into the Fool card, the Temperance card, the Hermit card, wisdom. I feel like that's where your insight, that's where your learning is going to come from, this soul searching that you need to do. The Magician is telling you that you have all the tools that you need to be successful in life. because I know change can be scary, and sometimes we fear the unknown. I'm one of those. Change scares the crap out of me. But I feel like the magician is telling you to trust yourself and have faith in yourself, that you can handle whatever comes your way. And I have the Ace of Wands, which speaks of new beginnings as well. And I feel a passion in the Ace of Wands. It's like a passion for life again, once you're able to walk away from this toxicity and find some healing. I have spiritual union, passion ignited, patience and planning, and heartache and loss. So I feel like this patience and planning and heartache and loss are tied together within your choice. I feel like choosing to walk away from the situation, it will bring you some heartache, because obviously there are feelings there. That's why the connection was made to begin with. So even though it's a toxic relationship for you, and it might be the best thing for you to do to be able to step away from it, I feel like it is still gonna hurt. I feel like this patience and planning, it is speaking to planning a bright future for yourself, with all the emotional healing that goes along with it. I feel like it's speaking to finding a spiritual union. I feel like some of the lessons that you're going to learn within this is how to recognize this dysfunctional behavior, so that you don't fall into it again with somebody else. I feel like it's going to help you to recognize this spiritual union person when they do come your way. And to me, passion ignited is just like the Ace of Wands. It's finding your passion for life again. Once you're able to walk away from this toxicity, get some distance, and heal and move forward. Alrighty guys, that's what the card said to me. I hope that you enjoyed the read. Please, if it resonated with you, comment, because I love hearing from you guys, and feel free to like or subscribe. Remember, you have to be a subscriber to apply for the free reading. Alrighty guys, take care.